Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. This is Andy Teshorto. Today I'm going to cover more info on the content update. I did one other video. I'll have a video covering the kits for Young Han and Young Han Solo and Vandor Chewbacca. Of course, these kits I actually cover in the actual game because it was released quicker than expected. Due to the time differences, they decided to, instead of in the morning giving out kits and then later on throwing them in the game, today we get them. So let's go ahead and show off. So obviously we get new characters, Young Han, Vandor, Chewbacca. You can look into their kits later on. The events, time to prepare experience for new marquee events. So we get 2 new events coming out. They are already in game as well. So May 17th is when we're getting them. Then packs and bundles. We do get normal packs and bundles, obviously. Territory battle changes. I have covered this in the other video, but I'm going to cover it here too. There was a user interface disappearing from the game during combat, making it impossible to finish the battle. And this is usually happening in some of the territory battles. Missions, especially with one, we have isolated one of the causes as Captain Han Solo abilities. So right now the current requirement for light side territory battle as Captain Han Solo is taken out until it's fixed. We are rescheduling the instance of Rebel Assault on 5/21 to 26 to an undetermined date, so we will see that change soon. Territory War faction bonus abilities. I've talked about it there in the other video. Again, I will cover it. So basically, for bounty hunters, wet work. Whenever a bounty hunter scores a critical hit, they dispel all debuffs on them. It's basically like R2-D2's effect, but this is awesome. But this is for Territory Wars. These are in addition to existing Territory War faction bonuses. Both bounty hunter schedule will get bonuses. Will be active during the next Territory War starting on 5/15. So the next Territory War that starts, this will be a bonus. It's kind of a cool bonus. And then and then they give themselves 15% critical damage stacking until the rest of the battle. And scoundrels have 20% critical chance as long as they have protection. Man, I like the bounty hunter one better. They should have just did that for all of them. So ship shard migration. We had the previously mentioned ship shard migration, which will only affect a single outlier ship shard, will take place on Thursday, May 17th. For players in this shard, an in-game box message should arrive with more details. So for more information, click this. I'm going to go over. This was also covered in the State of the Galaxy, May 11. I will cover this here in a second. Thankfully, I was able to pull that up. Again, Shard Shop Shuffle, Sith Marauder takes place, replaces Jedi Consular on Cantina Node 6E. So it costs, I think it was 12 Cantina energy instead of like 16 or 20 to get Sith Marauder. Kind of wish they do that with Sith Trooper and Sith Assassin, but hey, whatever. But yeah, it's nice that we got Sith Marauder. I'm sure in the next couple of weeks we'll be able to start farming Darth Sion, because I think it took like a week or 2 to have Sion come out after Marauder. We got Marauder first, then we finally got Sion, the kit for Sion, Traya, and Vias Mar. So really close. In the next 2-3 weeks, we're going to have Sion and Vias Mar farmable. And then, of course, here's a lot of the bugs they're working on. That is a lot of bugs. But they're working on them. That's the good thing. Especially the different language ones. Don't blame they have to fix those. So that is that. Now let's go over to the State of the Galaxy 5/11. A few days ago this happened. I just didn't have time to cover it, so I'm gonna kind of skim through it a bit just so I can save you guys some time. But you could definitely check out. I'm actually in these videos where I give the forum info and updates. I'm gonna actually start posting the links in the description below, so just definitely check those out. I'll have both these links saved when I get the video uploaded. But following the beta tests, we have all talked about expanding the beta program to greater input, but doing it in a balanced way so that its controlled environment doesn't put us at risk for major game leaks or confusing around progress. For TU12, I guess update 12 or whatever, we opened up the closed beta to a few new guilds. We are very happy with the participation of our beta testers. So they're just basically improving beta tests so they don't risk early leaks or anything like that. So that's good. I'm glad they have some beta testers in guilds. Communication plans, I'm going to let you guys cover that. So there's a Sith Raid 4 bug. Phase 4 bug. And the Heroic Sith Raid issue where damage is misdistributed to the wrong guild member. So there has been some issues. Obviously, they're covering this and fixing it. Support changes. I just posted here about how we're going to be supporting limited time zone changes. It's just time zone change setups, so definitely pay attention to that. The ship shard. Another one of policy change we're offering involves a single ship shard. Said ship shard happens to be an outlier in terms of population and no other metrics. Due to the way we originally set up shards, this anomaly meant that quite a number more people were fighting over the same payouts versus all of the other ship shards. While we love the shard system, this single shard definitely an outlier case and needs to be addressed. We are resolving the issue before the release of the new ship changes. We are in contact with members of the shard. Thanks to this guy for bringing it up to our attention. That's awesome. So we'll learn more when that gets updated. But yeah, the ship shard info improving the ship shards right before the ship 2.0 or whatever it's going to be updates is going to be awesome. And then the Rebel Assault calendar, they're changing the calendar. So alright, so that's that. I'm going to go back over here because I was over here before. The last few things I kind of want to note. So I'm glad this kind of just covers, bugs that they're working on, and I'm glad they're working on bugs. They're always working on bugs. They're always listening to, like this guy down here pointed out the issue with the ship shard. So I'm glad they're working on things that are mentioned by the community. So yeah, they're definitely not no enemy. But one last thing I want to mention is I feel like these are the only two characters we're getting this month, just because we're probably also going to get the ship update in the next 2 to 3 weeks, which at least I'm predicting this. I don't know, I can't say for sure, but that means all of June will give us a lot new characters and maybe a couple of ships from the new movie. But we'll see what happens and how they actually work that. But having a good week where we get a whole brand new ship system is going to be awesome. I'm excited for that because I'm getting stuck in ships. And I'm working my butt off trying to get gear up characters for ships, but I'm also trying to gear up characters for arena and other areas of the game, which is kind of why I only have like 5 Gear 12 characters, and I have a ton of Gear 11 and 10s, because I'm just I know I'm spread a little too thin a bit, but I'm still trying to push myself to get, in my instance, caught up with at least a ton of Gear 11 characters. I'm getting there to Gear 11. Soon I'll have a bunch of them to Gear 12. But hopefully this new ship update will allow players a better experience with ships, especially the new, instead of the hardware abilities, it's an actual reinforcement ability instead, which I like that. Instead of making it to where it's a modded ability or just a mod giving stats like you trying to push for speed or whatever, it's actually doing something different. It's a reinforcement. So a lot of people don't have to try to, play around with mods there. They just, level up the ability and, throw out the ship when it needs to be thrown out. So, but for the most part, that is, kind of my thoughts. I do hope that we get some new info on the ship, when the ship update is going to come out. So I'm definitely going to be, definitely stay tuned to my channel and other Game Changer channels. Obviously, I'm not a Game Changer, but I like covering content of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It's really fun. I'm soon hoping, once I get better with OBS, I'm going to actually start covering Star Wars The Old Republic videos. If I can actually get, my computer to run SWGOH, mainly because SWGOH has lately been crashing my computer, so I got to figure out what's going on there. So, yeah. But, like I said, I'm hoping to I'm definitely covering the ship info when it comes out, so definitely stay tuned for that. But again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all those that watch the videos that I produce. It's really amazing. I do plan on eventually doing another video where I'm going to cover some more info on my channel, so stay tuned for that. Again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day.